Should I pull up a full-time LeBron jock sniffer and show you his? See, now y'all gonna make me do it to y'all, man. Nobody juggles LeBron's balls more than this dude right here. Nobody. This dude is a full-time ball juggler. Where's his? He deleted a lot of his videos because he's an idiot. He goes on the internet and starts cursing like a crazy person, and then he gets his videos deleted because he's an idiot. Let me show y'all his videos. LeBron fans, look. Look. Where are these magical views that are coming from LeBron? Look. Look. This is a LeBron sniffer. Look at him. Look, we can just keep going. It's LeBron every single day. LeBron. Look. Every single second. So where are all these views? Where are all these views that y'all are talking about? Y'all saying, oh, Dreamers Pro's making money because he talking about LeBron. Okay, so where the views at?
Skid around ends with the bros, and I'm kidded to the toes. If I touch studio, then we got one.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I be trying to laugh with the bros about the odds that we
You
know.
lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl.
But they can't take a joke.
That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her. You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists who just hate LeBron because of his politics. Doesn't bother you at all. Ayo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD. You heard? SMD.
What's my name and don't say it too loud because you gotta come
You heard
here.
me?
You know I pop
SMD. Straight up and down, dog.
out. We turn to Coachella, had boys
SMD.
back in
Nigga,
down,
I
and
said
we
it.
might do the same if we touch rolling loud.
You bitch-ass LeBron James fans.
If you my nigga, then say that my nigga. Like, what's up, my crow? They can't hunt me right now.
So while you're on the internet doing your foo-foo man jokes and your foo-foo this and your foo-foo that and all of these
Call
other
to
foo-foo,
me and
foo-foo,
get one
foo-foo,
of them
and all
out,
of
'cause
that
you
and all
know
of
how
that,
these
the
niggas
foo-foo
been
man
counting me
would take
out.
your girlfriend. That's what would happen. So while you cracking all these jokes and you think you're funny and doing all of these racist jokes and this and that and calling me this and calling me that, just know what it is. Just know that the foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's all I want to tell you.
You gotta whisper my name. Yo,
What do you mean by that?
you gotta whisper my name.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are back, man. You guys see the title of the show, man. Going out sad, chat. You guys see the title of the show. The fakers are going out sad, folks. This is pathetic, man. Honestly. The fakers have hit a new low, chat, okay? I just tuned in, to one of the Faker Pod Trasher channels. Folks, they're over here talking about signing Matisse Thybulle. I mean, Matisse Thybulle? Chat, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't heard about Matisse Thybulle since Ben Simmons passed him the ball. What was that, like 5-6 years ago, chat? Back in like 2021. You guys remember when Ben Simmons was scared to shoot versus Trae Young in that playoff series versus Philadelphia? And he passed it to Matisse Thybulle. That was the last time I heard about Matisse Thybulle, chat. Seriously. Matisse Thybulle. This is who you niggas signed. You guys are going out sad, chat. I'm sorry. I gotta just keep it a buck with you guys. Fakers are going out sad, man. This is pathetic. Okay? This is actually pathetic. This is gonna be a shitty season for Faker fans. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, you dudes are signing bullshit. Like, all your signings are bullshit, honestly. From Quentin Grimes to fucking Colin Sexton, you know? Who else? Mamu from Toronto, Sandro Mamu, whatever his name is. Now you niggas just picked up Matisse Thybulle? Nigga, Vando is better than Matisse Thybulle. You better off just playing Vando. Why the hell you picking up Matisse Thybulle? Man, listen. These people are lost, chat. I'm telling you, without LeBron, there's no direction anymore. Okay? Without LeBron James, ladies and gentlemen, there is no more direction anymore. I told y'all, LeBron showed up to this, fake-ass organization. That's why I call them the fakers, right? And he brought credibility to the building. He brought credibility. Y'all have lost credibility to me. Now you're signing Matisse Thybulle. Look at this, chat. This nigga look old as shit. This nigga gotta still be in his 20s, chat. Look at this nigga. Look what the league has done to Matisse Thybulle. Look at this nigga. How old is this nigga? This nigga look old as shit now. Hold on, chat. How old is Matisse Thybulle, man? Matisse Thybulle, let me see. This nigga can't be older than 30 years old. Exactly. 29 years old. This nigga been traded around the NBA so goddamn much, chat. Look at this nigga now, man. This nigga looks like Grant fucking Hill in his 40s. This nigga look old as shit. This is what happens when you get passed around. You guys know that look that them OnlyFans bitches be having? You can just tell, like, their soul is gone, right? When they do porn and when they do OnlyFans. You guys know that look I'm talking about? You can see it in their eyes, right? They're always masturbating. They're always using those toys on their pussy. You know, they're always fucking every day. Chat, they're just overly fucked out. You know that look I'm talking about, right? Come on, chat. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know that look, right? When a bitch she's just like fucked out, right? She just plays in her pussy too much, right? The bitch using fucking roses and all kinds of vibrators on her pussy every day. Her pussy looks like roast beef, right? She's doing OnlyFans. You know, she's going live every day, you know, slutting herself out to make $200. You got exactly, League Brima. You know the cock stare, exactly. That's what Matisse Thybulle, he's fucked out, dude. This nigga's 29 years old, man. This nigga's fucked out. This is sad, dude. So this is who you guys are signing. Matisse Thybulle. You guys are a joke, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, chat. This is buffoonery. This is clown. This is a clown show. This is a clown show. Y'all are not gonna sit up here, chat. Is there anybody that likes this move? Real talk. Is there anybody that likes this move, man? Come on, gang. Keep it a buck, chat. Matisse Thybulle? That's crazy, bro. Matisse Thybulle is actually crazy. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather just play Vando at that point. If I gotta go get Matisse Thybulle, I'd rather just play Vando. I mean, seriously, what's the difference? What's the difference? We got Quam on Twitter. You said I don't even know what to say anymore. It's diabolically insane what's happened to the Fakers, dude. The Fakers have fallen from grace in literally 2 weeks. All it took was LeBron saying he's not coming back, and the Fakers are done. The Fakers are done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you guys this, okay? Bronny James, okay? Let me not waste you guys' time. Bronny James, folks. We all knew this day was coming, okay? Now, this dude, obviously, you know, we know his daddy carried him into the NBA, okay? We know his daddy got him a gig on the Fakers. Chat, they're planning to slime out Bronny James, okay? They're planning to slime out Bronny James. Now, to me, you know, I would keep Bronny if I was the Fakers, right? I mean, Bronny brings in, you know, a fan base. You guys remember last year, whenever he would get into games, the fans would go crazy for Bronny. Everybody loves Bronny, right? So I would have kept Bronny just for the jersey sales, just for, you know, the sideshow that he is. Ladies and gentlemen, once LeBron James informed the Lakers that he's not coming back, that was essentially the end for Bronny James. Okay? That was the end for Bronny James. They're not going to keep Bronny James, chat, after LeBron James departs. It just is what it is. Okay? So, we got this clown, Evan Sittery, whatever his name is. He says this an hour ago. He says the Fakers are now at 16 standard contracts on their roster, which means another likely move is coming. Another move is likely coming soon. After LeBron left, don't be surprised if Bronny James is included in a potential sign and trade package for another rotational upgrade. What do you guys think about this, chat? Let me know in the chat. You know, like I said, shout out to Bronny, but you know, your career, dude, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. If he doesn't go to where LeBron is going, it's gonna be pretty hard for him to sustain a career at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, chat. He needs to go with his daddy, okay, and continue to develop under his daddy. I think that's the best possible situation for Bronny James.
He averaged 4 points a game at USC, shot 36%. He doesn't have an NBA body, so you can't defend Bronny. So your little pussy ass hides behind race, and you call me racist because you can't make an argument based on the merits because you're a fucking clown.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Chat, you guys know I've tried to defend Bronny, over the years, right? I like Bronny, okay? I like Bronny. Bronny's a good kid. But we got to keep it a buck, okay? His best performance, in my opinion, came in the playoffs in the first round against Houston when, he had, I think, like 5 points, went 2 for 2 from the field. You guys remember that game? He caught an alley-oop from LeBron in the playoffs. That was really probably his best performance the entire season, considering the stakes. And I like Bronny, man. You know what I mean? I like Bronny with LeBron. I think Bronny gives LeBron life. I think now that Bronny's in the NBA, I think LeBron wants to continue to play, even longer than, he probably anticipated, right? We got Valentine on Twitter. You said, I'm taking Bronny over LaRavia and Connect. Probably LaRavia for sure. Dalton's solid. Dalton's solid. He can shoot. He can really shoot, but he just can't get on the floor. That's his problem. So once he's able to really get back on the floor and show what he can do, I think Dalton is, a little bit better than Bronny, but Jake LaRavia for sure. Jake LaRavia is trash. You said he was also playing good defense. Exactly. You said Luka didn't want Bronny on the team. Yeah, that's what this is about, honestly. I mean, you guys saw it. You guys see it on the screen. When LeBron and Bronny were leading us to playoff victories, Luka and, his butt buddy Aston, they were on the bench and they were hating, okay? I'm telling y'all, bro, that first round playoff series gang, these two, saltine crackers, I'm telling y'all, chat, they were on the bench watching and they were hating. They were like, yo, how is a 41-year-old and his son, how are they winning playoff games, right? Because we never needed y'all. In reality, like real talk, y'all think I'm trolling. This might sound like a troll to y'all, but I'm dead serious. If Bronny and LeBron were running the show and we had Marcus Smart and Luke and everybody else, I'm telling y'all, bro, we were a better team without Luke and Reeves. And they hated that. They hated that. They hated the fact that we were better without them. And because of that, Luka sabotaged us. He didn't want to play in the playoffs versus OKC, right? And then Aston, the only reason he came back was to sabotage Luke Kennard and LeBron James and the Fakers, okay? It's wicked out here, dude. You said Luka has low self-esteem. Luka sucks, man, in all honesty. You said the Heat can develop Bronny. Yeah, like I said, get Bronny to the same team as LeBron James, dude. Because the Fakers are going to fuck him over. They're going to do... See, they were having respect for Bronny when LeBron was there, right? But if LeBron leaves, they're going to do Bronny like Vando. They're going to do Bronny like DeAndre Ayton. They're going to just start shitting on him now. Straight up. They're going to start shitting on him now. They're not going to play him anymore. They're going to violate his rights. Real talk. You said they were openly rooting for the Rockets. You said no team is a better team with Bronny on the court. Stop the nonsense. Listen, dude. Bronny plus LeBron is a better watch than Luka and Aston. Chat, tell me I'm lying. I swear to God, tell me I'm lying right now. I'll turn up on this bitch right now. Dead homies, cuh. Tell me right now, chat, that watching Bronny and LeBron in the playoffs in the first round isn't better than watching Luka and Aston.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room.
Girl, I wish I
It's
could
not very
save
challenging
you.
whatsoever. The fact that you
But
let
I
the locker room
can't.
outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about
That girl
a
took me for
very
Spider-Man.
high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Superman.
Ladies and gentlemen, tell me right now that watching Bronny and LeBron James isn't a better watch than watching Luker and Aston. I would rather watch the GOAT and his son play than to watch two unathletic, bum-ass white boys. Come on, man. What are we talking about? He said word to my dad. What are we talking about, chat? What are we talking about? You said Luker. That's his name now? That's been his name. His name's Luker. You said Nico traded Luker because he's not a winning player. Leon Rowe's recent comments on Jalen Brunson puts it into perspective. We got Flame Cash. Oh, yeah, I remember you. Okay. Yeah, listen, Flame, I forgot about you, dude. You're that fake-ass gangster. Your real name's Clarence. This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence. I forgot about you. I ain't gonna lie, I thought you was a gangster. And then you called in. I was like, oh, this nigga went to college. I felt like I was watching 8 Mile again. I was like, yo, I thought this nigga was a gangster. This nigga went to college, man.
I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps. I'm him! I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps.
Austin Reeves. Foul baiter.
I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps.
I'm like, Luka, look, you just standing there. Look, watch this again, Luka. He just went right by. Luka, what are you doing?
I'll say there was some effort on that one.
I just want
Molly! Luka, what are you doing? Get back into play, Luka. Luka! You would hate me. Luka, come on, bro.
Okay, we got some action. We got Flash White and we got Jael. What's going on, man?
Fellas, what's good?
What's going on, man?
They definitely getting rid of Bronny, Reg. LeBron's not there. We know Luka don't want any remnants of anybody that had a rapport with LeBron. You see Rui left. You see Marcus Smart left. You even see the other white boy left. Luke Kennard left to greener pastures. Because they know what we all know. This team's going to be a disaster. It's going to be funny to watch because they're going to blame everybody but Luka. Oh, it's Aston. Oh, but when you ask for what you want and you get what you want, there should be no excuses. So this is what they wanted. They went to a whiter scenery, and as Stephen A. Smith said, there's no way in hell this is going to be a winning team. We all know that.
What you don't like the Matisse Thybulle pickup?
Listen, Matisse Thybulle is like the girl from the hood. Everybody knows what she's about and that she's been ran through. This guy is going around. I'm surprised he's even still in the league, honestly. This is a roster filling move, and he's probably not even going to play. Who's he? What you talking about? 4 points a game, 2 rebounds, a quarter of an assist. Like, what kind of move is this? He's really one of those guys that's supposed to be in the G League. So this is just to get Bronny out, and hey, Have it your way, man. Now we'll get to see what Luka can do with his own team.
We got
And
Jael.
for that,
Yo, what's up, Reg? Word to my dads, man. We here to slime out these nerds thinking they gonna disrespect my boy Bronny. See, this is the Lakers' problem. It don't matter what LeBron James do. They need to invest in their own talent that they drafted. They need to be able to bring along things or people that they have spent resources on and then put them in a position to where we can get the success of their skills and talent and not just waste more assets. It shouldn't matter what LeBron James is doing. Bronny proved himself in the playoffs where Aston Reeves doesn't prove himself. You could say he wasn't good in the regular season, but the minutes that he played in the Houston series were better than the minutes that Aston gave us, which is crazy. And no disrespect to my man's right here, but you don't know what you're talking about, Matisse Thybulle. He is more than serviceable on offense, and he is one of the best defenders in the league when he is healthy. Now, the last couple of years, he has had health issues, but his actual on the court production on defense, he's an all NBA defender, hands down. Now, I'm
since
not trying to
when?
cape for
Since when?
what do you mean since when?
Since when?
Okay, hold on.
Since when is
Time
Matisse
out.
Thybulle
Okay,
all
I'm a little.
NBA defensive player? Man?
Hold on. I'm a little bit confused. Are we talking about the right
Get the
player?
fuck out of here, nigga.
Are we talking about the right
No,
player,
Matisse
Jael?
Thybulle, he has injury. He does have some injury issues. I won't lie.
No,
But when he is on the court, he is one of the best defenders.
Jael, we're not talking about Herb Jones.
Then if he injured, nigga, guess what? He damaged goods, and what he's doing when he's injured is nothing.
Hold on,
So don't
Bro,
tell me
flashlight, because I don't know if
get injured, bro. Players
hold on,
get injured.
Jael, I don't know if we're talking about the same player. I don't know if we're talking about the same player, bro. We're talking about Matisse Thybulle.
We're talking about Matisse Thybulle. Yeah,
You know who Matisse Thybulle is, right?
I know who he is. See, you can't just say because a player is injured that diminishes their actual skill. Because if that's the case, then Anthony Davis wouldn't be who he was. Even though we know he had injury issues, when he's on the court, he's still one of those guys. Now, like I said, the problem is Matisse Thybulle has had trouble being on the court consistently, which is definitely a ding against him. But you know how it is. When you go to different teams that have different athletic staffs, they have different medical staffs, they can get guys to places where they can play and actually contribute. And if he can come to the Lakers and actually contribute, he'll be more than just a guy that can sit on the bench like Vando should have been. We don't think Vando should have been sitting on the bench, do we? Of course not.
So you're
Vando had health
hold on,
issues the last 4 years.
So real quick, because I'm a little bit confused. So are you saying that this is a good pickup for the Fakers?
I'm saying for a guy who we don't have to put a lot of resources or invest a lot into, there's more of an upside to get something out of him is if he's able to come here and be healthy. That's what I'm saying.
He's 30 years old, but okay. Give me 1 second, fellas. Hold on. Give me 1 second, fellas. We got Mike 298. Shout out to Mike 298 with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I just wanna be free.
LeBron fans.
Yo, this is crazy, man. We got Mike 298. You said with the other fast elite guards, Bronny has the reflexes and athletic ability to not get blown by, and he can stay with them. He can also make shots. Shout out to Matthew with the $10 super chat. You said Thybulle means no Kuminga. LA told LeBron, we don't care that you won in Miami. Win here. So Luka, we don't care about that one finals appearance with Dallas. You got to win in LA. The honeymoon is over. We got Jael. Listen, Jael. Matisse Thybulle. The last time I heard of this dude is when Ben Simmons passed him the ball in 2021 in the playoffs. That was the last time his name was actually relevant. I mean, that was 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago.
He started that team, and he gave you the same numbers that he's given his whole life. 5 points, 2 assists, and half a fucking rebound, bro. This dude is not, this nigga's out his mind. Matisse
Hey,
Thybulle is an all NBA
I don't care
defender.
about points with Matisse Thybulle when we got a whole team of offensive players around him. We need people that can see. This is why Vando was so important to us last year, and JJ didn't Redick didn't play him. It's not about his scoring; it's the way he impacts the game. So then you can say that about any defender who don't score that many points, who still are able to get time on these other teams. The way that they impact the game, and I'm saying Matisse Thybulle is not a needle mover. He is somebody that didn't cost us nothing. That if he could come and contribute, would be an upside. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he Kawhi Leonard or nothing like that.
Jael, real quick, can you give me a Matisse Thybulle comp?
Can I give you a Matisse Thybulle comp? Yes. See, I agree with you. In the last 4 years, he ain't really been much because he's been dealing with a lot of injury issues. But when he's healthy, I'll compare him to, I'll say Andre Roberson or a. Hey, but you talking about around KD, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. They didn't need him to score, and he was a starter. He was a starter.
Andre
Bro, he was a starter. He was a starter with James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook around him, Serge Ibaka. They didn't need him to do much but play that defensive wing. That's all I'm saying. They didn't need him to score. They didn't need him to be no offensive threat. And I know Matisse Thybulle is serviceable because he can hit the three when he's healthy. He's not no go-to offensive player, but he can be a player with that much offense around him that he can be the defender that can impact the game. And it didn't cost nothing. He gonna make a minimum contract. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing.
Do you think he's better? Do you think he's better than Vando?
No.
So that's the only. Okay, so then if that's the case, then that's the only way I can like even take this seriously. If he's coming in to be Vando's backup, then okay, I don't really care. But if he's not even better than Vando.
Nah, at this point, he's not better than Vando at this point, but he's similar to Vando, as in you don't need him to be on the floor to score, but we need his defensive impact. We all know JJ Redick should have played Vando more last year, and that don't have nothing to do with him not being able to hit the three. That don't have nothing to do with him being offensive, well, they say not offensive minded. We needed him to be on the floor because he can do the little things. He can rebound. He can guard multiple positions. He got a hustle motor. All of those things are important outside of scoring. So it don't matter if he's scoring 5 points a game if we have guys all around him who are all going to score 10 to 15 plus as role players, and then Aston and Luka scoring 20, 30, 40 a game.
No. I understand that part, Jael. My thing is I don't even think he'll be on the floor to even make that kind of an impact. Because I'm looking at the games played last year. He played 30 games last year. The year before that, he's played 15 games. So he's averaging,
injured, bro.
Yeah. So okay. So he's gonna come to the Lakers and he's gonna be a starter.
Well, no, I don't think he's going to be a starter, but I think if it comes down to minutes, for example, I would rather see him in the game than Jake LaRavia. Because if Jake LaRavia can't hit a shot, his defense ain't on the level of Vando or Matisse Thybulle. So instead of giving Jake LaRavia those minutes,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, this is at best, like, I mean, this is nothing then. Because if you're telling me I would rather see no, Giles, listen for a second. If you're telling me that I would rather see him over Jake LaRavia, well, they both suck. So you're replacing a sorry nigga with another sorry nigga?
See, Matisse Thybulle don't suck. He just been injured. Like I said, you just said it out your mouth. 30 and 15 games, he ain't been able to be on the court.
The best ability is availability.
Hey, exactly. I agree. That's why I said if he can come to LA and with a different medical staff, different trainers, if we can get him healthy, then he can only be a plus. I'm not saying he's a world builder. I'm not saying he's a starter. I'm not saying he's going to come and we're going to win a championship because this dude. I'm just saying that it don't cost the Lakers nothing to take a flyer on a dude that if they can get him to be healthy, he'll be a plus. Simple as that. I'm not saying this dude is...
And what I'm saying is we've seen the Lakers take a flyer on dudes, for the last 4 or 5 years, and none of them's worked out. Tell me one guy we've took a flyer on, like you just said, and it worked out.
Malik Monk.
Child, that was 5 years ago.
That's one guy. I mean, recently, who have we got
How did
recently?
it work with Malik Monk and we missed the playoffs? Malik Monk didn't do shit.
He was good enough to go get a $60 million contract after he left.
No, Jai, he didn't go get $60 million.
Didn't he get like 4 for $60 when he left here in Sacramento?
No.
What did he get? You know, and then D'Angelo Russell, all those guys that came, they worked out initially, and then they tailed off at the end. But the dudes who should be getting the opportunity don't get the opportunities. That's one of the main problems I have with the Lakers. Like, I'm gonna keep saying it. Vando, Dalton Connect, those guys should have seen more time last year. We should have developed Dalton Connect, who was our own draft pick. We should have invested in him more to take advantage of the success that he could bring. Same thing with Bronny James. He should have seen the floor more. We should have invested in Bronny more.
Jael, when Malik Monk left LA, he signed for 2 years, $20 million with SAC. But here's my thing though, Jael. That's like 5 years ago. Like, who else have like the Lakers bought low on in the open market? Jael, there's a reason you got him for $3 million, because he sucks and nobody wants him. It's just like Kevon Looney and the rest of these dudes. If you're signing, if we sign him for $3 million, it's because nobody else wanted him. He's on a vet minimum. He's got 1 foot out the league. So to think that he's gonna come to the Lakers and have a positive impact, that's wishful thinking.
Nah, see, everybody on the team has a role. Everybody is not a superstar. Everybody is not a starter. Everybody is not a 6-man. But everybody on the team has a role, especially in the regular season. If you want to be able to spare some of your stars so they can have more energy and more go in the playoffs, you need people that can come in and play a role and be successful. And if he's going to be healthy, he is a guy that can help be successful. y'all acting like I'm you're talking to Serge Ibaka or something.
Come on. You're talking like you don't know JJ Redick. You know JJ Redick don't like niggas that don't be scoring? Look at what he did to Vando. Look at what he did. He didn't even play. Exactly. He wasn't even playing Vando. And Vando's been here. And Vando's better than Matisse Thybulle. So you think Matisse Thybulle's going to come here and he's going to have an impact bigger than Vando?
He's going to be on the bench like I said.
Exactly.
Hey, I've come on your stream before. I came on your stream before and stood on the hill for Vando. So I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. That's what I'm saying is my problem. Is JJ Redick don't play the people and don't invest time in the people that should be invested in. He has a problem with rotations of putting the people in who are going to help us and developing the talent so there can be some continuity there when we get to the playoffs or the end of the season where we need guys to step up. I agree with you.
So knowing that in this current situation, how can you plug Thybulle into being a positive?
He gonna be at the end of a bench. So if somebody gets hurt or if somebody ain't having a game, we got a guy who can come in who don't need the ball, who can just play defense, run out there, grab rebounds, and impact the game in that way. That's what those dudes on the bench are for. I ain't expecting him to come out and be no starter. I ain't even expecting him to get 15, 20 minutes a game. But whenever he plays, if he's healthy, he can positively impact the game because he plays defense and he has a high motor.
Like, Jael, come on. He's not going to play, man. He's not playing, bro.
He didn't play last year.
Like, come on.
He was in that position last year.
If he don't play, then he don't play. But, I mean, I'm not going to be sad if he don't play. But if there's a need for him to play, I feel good about having a person like him on the court with the offensive talent that we already have that can go around him.
You keep saying offensive talent. What offensive talent? You got one guy.
Sexton can play.
This nigga said
Grimes can play. Luka, Austin, all those dudes, their main thing that they do is offense.
Jael. Colin Sexton.
Which is a good backup point guard. Hey, I'm telling you, Colin Sexton is going to be in the run. He's going to be in the run for 6 man of the year.
Bottom feeder team.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I think he'll be in the run for 6 man of the year this year.
Whoa.
All right, bro. Now you're trolling,
Hey,
bro.
I
Now you're
always
trolling.
believed in Colin Sexton. The only reason he lost his spot to Darius Garland in Cleveland was because he got injured, not because Darius Garland was that much better than him. And as Darius Garland has played out, he ain't been able to stay healthy or consistent. So, I mean, what are we talking about? This dude is not a nobody who just fell off. He literally had his spot taken because he was injured and became a backup and was still scoring 17 a
No,
game.
he lost his spot because Kevin Love said he don't know how to play basketball.
And
That's
his
what
career
that's
after that has
no,
proved different.
Giles, stop. That's what the word is on Colin Sexton. He don't know how to play basketball.
Oh, I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, do your homework on Colin Sexton. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna
they
have to
say
take
about
your
him.
word for it.
He's erratic. He's out of control. He's just be out there doing whatever. That's why he lost his spot.
From team to team as well.
Exactly. That's why he's on the Lakers.
Colin
The Lakers, Giles. Listen.
Nah. I watched
Giles,
him in Utah.
please,
I watched him in Utah. He wasn't that bad, though.
please.
He wasn't bad enough.
Real quick, Giles, please. You're not. Listen. You can't have been keeping up with this team over the past 4 years, bro. Just know that if the Lakers get a player, I almost said we. If the Fakers get a player, right? Just know that his value on the open market is low. That's why he's on the Fakers.
Nah.
I can go down a list of players that we've acquired, Jael. Damian Jones, Juan Toscano Anderson, Mo Bamba, Patrick Beverly. I can go down the list, Jael. Gabe Vincent. When we get a player, it's because they're washed.
Yeah, but Gabe Vincent was trash anyway.
And he's
Juan
not the
Toscano
only
was
one.
trash.
He's not the only one. DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia. I can go down the list. If the Lakers acquire a player, it's because that said player is garbage. So to think, because we got a player, like I said, y'all, you know what the Fakers are? The Fakers are like a dude standing outside the club at 2 a.m. You just want some pussy. You just want some pussy. Like,
that's
you're
crazy,
at that point,
bro.
you'll take anything, and that's where the Fakers are at.
Hey,
you niggas will just take
Reg.
anything and then act like you came up. No, bro, you just took anything. You just settled for anything.
You should know me better than that by now. See, I don't judge guys based through my Lakers fandom. I judge guys based on their NBA career, no matter where they went. So I'm gonna just be honest with you. I watch a lot of not so legal streaming. So during basketball season, I'm watching 3-4 games a day. So I literally watch a lot of basketball. I also coach junior high and elementary school basketball. So I watch a lot of basketball. And a lot of people don't understand other players' games. And when you get in different situations, you get with different players, you can get different contributions out of players because coaches don't know how to use them, just like JJ Redick ain't giving them enough time, or organizations don't believe or value them. And when they go to other situations and they start being used correctly, you get to see another player. You get to see them start to fulfill their potential. And I think Colin Sexton is one of those guys that's been unfairly moved around because everywhere he's been stable. He's not a bad point guard. He is not a bad guard. He can score for you when you need to. He can bring the ball up. He can initiate your offense when you have a team that's not going to rely on him to be the star, and that's all he needs to do because he's just passing the ball to Luka and Aston and these other guys. Then he's going to more than fit that role on the team. I'm not saying this dude is a world builder. I'm saying with what you have around him, you can put him in a position to where you can start to see him fulfill his potential on a more consistent basis. The same thing when players get with LeBron, why do they look so much better? Because of the person that's around him, the person that knows how to utilize them and put them in proper spots on the court. I'm just saying when a person goes to another franchise, they have that opportunity.
Yeah, they have that opportunity, but we know Luka don't do that. Luka
But one
takes
thing he will get,
30 shots a night.
he'll get open shots with Luka on the floor. So when he do pass the ball, we know Luka's going to require a double team. People try to get the ball out of Luka's hands, and if he passed the ball to Colin Sexton, I believe that he won't fumble. He may not be able to hit a home run, but at least he ain't going to fumble.
This offense with Luka is not going to be anything
This is
likened
insanity,
to a
man.
LeBron James offense. Luka does not play that style of basketball. Luka plays scoring
For sure.
first basketball. That's why he
I
takes
agree.
39 shots a night.
I agree. And we've talked about this on the stream. That's one of the main places that Luca can work on to take his game to the next level is learning how to be a
Luka,
floor and ceiling raiser for your teammates. I mean,
Luka,
he's not going to be a winning player until he learns how to do that. So if he don't want to win, then he can keep playing the brand of basketball that he playing now that ain't brought him no championships. But if he want to be a
that's what he's
champion, he
gonna
going to
play.
have to learn how to do that.
Well, that's what he's gonna play. Luka's been in this situation before in Dallas. He didn't make anybody better. They just
And then
basically
if he
knew down
continue
the
to do that,
floor.
he's going to lose. Like I said this too. I think he
Exactly.
may be the first star that has come to the Lakers that didn't win a championship. I see that for him. I don't see Luka really, especially the way he been playing. I don't see that fool winning no championship in LA. Him and Aston. What? Please.
Right. So with all that being said, everything you said was basically capped because Luka's not gonna make nobody better. He has to do that in order for them to win. So, and if he's not making anybody better, what does it matter if they got Colin Sexton, Matisse Thybulle, or whoever they got? Because Luka plays a certain style of basketball that he's accustomed to, and he equipped this team for that manner. Luka wants to
Yes,
score
I agree.
35 points a night.
Yeah, but I
You
agree
think?
with that though. But what I'm saying is in the style of play that Luca plays right now, whether he changes his game or not. See, whether he changes his game or not will depend on whether he wins or not. But regardless of how he plays, if he continues to play this style of basketball, I think Colin Sexton is a good player that can play alongside of him. He can handle the ball. He can score when you need him to score. He can play. He's better than Aston on defense. He can play defense. He's tenacious, and he don't turn the ball over, and he don't make a lot of dumb decisions on the floor.
So Luka playing with LeBron last year was probably his best opportunity to change his game, which he did not. So he's going to change his game for Colin Sexton, Quentin Grimes, and Walker Kessler.
No, last year was
Okay.
not the best opportunity to change his game because with LeBron on the floor, you want LeBron being the distributor and the guy that's raising the floor. With LeBron on the floor, Luka's best role is a scorer because you want the ball in LeBron's hand. You want him making the decisions and making those passes. So it wasn't the best
Well,
opportunity for Luka to change his game. The best opportunity is this year. Now that LeBron is gone and there's a hole there, he should be able to change his game to step in and fill that hole. If he's the guy that he thinks he is. See, what I think makes a superstar is not just going out there and doing what you think you can do, but doing what's going to make the team successful, what's going to make the other players successful, and
so
what's ultimately going to win championships. That's a superstar, not a guy who could just come out and chuck up 30 shots. So if you want to prove that
so
he's a superstar, he needs to be able to make the moves and fill the hole that LeBron did. Hey, make these guys better now. Ain't no LeBron here for you to fall back on. See, you was living off of LeBron last year. He ain't here no more. So it's time for you to step up and be the big dog. And if he can't, and he just keep playing the way that they play, then they gonna lose, and he gonna keep losing, and he ain't gonna win no championships.
Give me 1 second, fellas. Give me 1 second, man. Shout out to A Hall with the $5 super chat. You say the B, Bron got him that job and did him dirty. They won't let me curse, so I had to say he is a B. JJ, Luka, Aston, and Dreamers Pro broke the ass chart. Like I said, man, listen, I mean, I just don't know what we're talking about, at this point, Jael. Like, this is just like, it's not a good pickup. Like, they haven't had a good pickup, really. The only pickup that was like halfway decent was Walker Kessler. That's halfway decent. I'll give him some credit for that. I think you overpaid for him and you gave up way too much for it, but whatever. But outside of that, like Quentin Grimes, all these other these niggas are garbage. These are bench players. Colin Sexton, these are bench players, Jael. These are not starters.
and you still
Well,
are taking
how
a
many of
chance
those
with
guys
Walker
are going to
Kessler.
start? If they don't start, oh well. I don't care if they start or not. But you still need good quality players to build out a team. You don't just even at the end of your bench, you're not just throwing
But those
somebody on there
guys
to
are
throw
good
on there.
quality
Then you might
players,
as well
though.
bring up a guy
Who
that you
did
want to
they
bring
good
along from
quality
G
players?
League or something. So I don't believe no spot on the NBA roster is a throwaway spot. No matter what guy you got, whether he at the beginning of the bench or the end of the bench, you want him to be a quality player or at least a guy that could come in and fulfill a role if somebody gets hurt or need be. Now, they think that Aston is a star and they think they're going to get more out of him than he's going to be able to give him. And that's they bad. But as far as quality filling out team guys, I think Grimes, Sexton are good guys to if you want to fill out a quality roster. Their problem is they're banking too much on Aston Reeves. They think this dude is going to be, I guess, either a Jaylen Brown type or a high level second or something like that. They completely lost their freaking minds. And it's going to look bad when it gets out there on the floor and we actually see it in play. But from the perspective of you want to try to put together a good team to put out on the floor, to put together a good product, I think outside of this Mamu dude, I don't really know much about him that came from Toronto. And I think they overpaid for Walker Kessler for sure. I think more of the problem is in they start lineup, who they plan to start with Luka, Reeves, Kessler, this Mamu dude, or whoever the hell he is. That's more of a problem than they bench. Where are the superstars at? Okay, so what? You think Luka's one? You got Luka. What? Luka's gonna be enough to carry the team full of milk soup? No, terrible. That's terrible. I don't think the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers made good moves as far as their big signings. Because, like I
None
said,
of these
we
moves
could
are
have got
good,
Kessler.
man. None of these moves are
We could
good,
have got
bro.
Kessler. Yeah, I don't think Kessler was a good one because we could have got him 2 years ago for two first rounders in a swap, and we end up paying 3 first rounders in a swap for him, which is crazy. You overpay for that fool. You overpay for the bum Aston. Hell, I think Luka's an overpayment because I don't believe he's a winner because of his game and how he plays. So I think that's more of a problem for the team than who they brought in to fill out the roster. Because LeBron James on this roster still, this roster would look great.
So in other words, this is not a quality roster, dude.
Well, I think
Right?
the roster is quality, but I think the high end star talent
What?
is Luka Reeves. Luka Reeves
Bro,
as
what are
your
you
main
talking about,
stars
man?
is trash. Hey, think about this.
Bro, I'm out, man.
I
This
took,
is not a
if you took
quality
any
roster, dude.
if you took any other two superstar duos in the league and put them on this team, they would be good. Like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown on this team, this Laker team would be a good team. It's Luka
Yeah, but
and Reeves.
we're
That's the
talking
main
about
problem.
actually
It's not
good
the rest of the
minutes.
roster. It's the two dudes at the top.
So again, this is not a quality roster. It's not. If you're saying this about Luca and saying this about Aston and saying this about Kessler, and the only two people you could say, which this was your words, that Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton are quality dudes. So that's 2 out of the 4 other guys that are going to be getting the rotational minutes. So this is not a quality roster.
Yeah, but a roster consists of 14 players. Just saying three
So
dudes
the dudes that
don't
are
make it a
worse than
quality
him make it
roster.
quality?
No.
Yeah, like I
I
got
think they misplaced the bulk of their assets. You know how teams can be top heavy? I think they are top deficient. I don't think Luka's a winner. Yeah, he gonna give you the stats. Yeah, he gonna give you the rebounds and assists, and they may say he's in MVP and all of that, but I don't think he's a winner. I don't think Aston is a winner. Yeah, they're gonna give you stats. The regular season is gonna be fire. They're gonna do whatever they do in the regular season. But when they get to the playoffs, we know Aston doesn't show up. We know Luka gonna be hurt and he gonna fizzle out in the end. I think that's the main problem. I think Walker Kessler may not even be the problem this year because if he could be healthy, he is a good defender and a good rebounder. But we're banking on Luka and Aston to be our two guys that are going to lead us to the promised land. So no matter how good Joe Flock is, If the shepherd is trash, then all the sheep is dead. Bro, I'm not. I know it sounds like y'all think I'm caping for the Lakers, but matter of fact, I am lightweight caping for the Lakers because I think the Lakers actually did a good job of building out a comprehensive roster, but I think they did a bad job by investing most of their resources into a bad top end talent duo. Luca and Reeves is not a good duo. That's what if you could take Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren and put them on this team, I would like this team better than with Luke and Reeves. So built around stars, this team is good. We just have the wrong stars.
DC Root, what's going
What's
on,
up, man?
What's going on, man?
I mean, when I look, I got my tablet in my hand right now. I'm in Missouri. I'm looking at the Lakers roster. While I drive, I listen to reports, podcasts. For me, my personal opinion, the signing to me that was solid was Walker Kessler. I mean, it was no surprise. You know, when they signed him, he was in LA. I mean, they had to because they had to please Luka. That's just for me. But when I look at the roster, I mean, it's different from last season. Of course it is. But I look at people like, for example, Walker Kessler. I think they overpaid for Walker Kessler. That's my opinion. I'm not saying nobody's wrong. I'm not saying nobody's right. But I feel like Rob, he had to do something. But he overpaid for certain players. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when you look at Rui Hachimura went around the corner. Why you didn't pay him? But yet again, you know, you pay this guy that played with Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes. He got some money. They could have gave that to Rui, which went around the corner. So it's just like this all goes back to like when I look at the interview when AD was sitting down, he was like, "Oh, I want a center." And then I look at people like I was in the barbershop the other day, screaming and hollering. I had veins popping out my neck. The owner's like, LeBron is trash. I mean, it's crazy because when you look at the Lakers and what LeBron did, I mean, him and AD, they were saying like, hey, you know, we need this, we need this. Although Rob did all those things, but AD said, I need a center, and he got traded. Lucas said, I need a center to get him a center. So it's just like, I just got to see how this team is going to be put together and how the offense is going to be run. Like all these players that the Lakers got, it's just like for me is nothing for me sparks. Nothing gets me happy about it. It's just like, all right, cool, you got a regular team from last season. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Walker Kessler's for me is just like okay, Walker Kessler. But like I said again, you overpaid a center that is coming off an injury, and that's just my personal opinion. You know, I mean, they had to do something because Luka was like, you know, it's either you get me somebody or possibly I could possibly walk when it's my time to walk, or I will request for a trade. So they had to do something. So they got out. They got Walker Kessler, but like, what they just signed this guy, Matteo Thesis, whatever his name is. It's like okay, you know. Then they got this power forward / center from the Rockets. I've seen a couple of the games that I mean, you know, it's like okay, but it's just like I see these guys on YouTube. They got their pom poms in the air, like the Lakers are gonna win a championship. They're better. They moved on from LeBron and AD. Oh my God, this is the best thing that's happened to the Lakers. I am a Lakers fan now because LeBron is
That's
not
great.
there. We got a completely different team. Now we're young. Now we can go somewhere. That's all I hear. Every platform I go to, that's all I hear. LeBron is a scrub. He's old. He has to retire. He's a diva. This is Luka's team. Now Luka and Austin Reeves can play. Now we're really gonna see where Austin Reeves is gonna evaluate. His level of basketball is gonna go skyrocket. This guy's gonna be a superstar. That's all I hear. That's all I hear on
That's
other
crazy.
platforms. That's all and I'm being 100% honest with you. That's all I hear from other platforms. Every single day. Oh, now we got the wing. Now, okay, we just signed Quentin. Well, we got Quentin Grimes, and if we get Kuminga, that's all we really need because Kuminga. That's all I hear every single day. I was in the Dominican Republic last week in Punta Cana, sitting in the beach with my wife near me, and I tune in to podcasts, and that's all I heard. My girl's like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm just like, "Cause the nonsense that you hear." You know, and it's just like it's crazy to me. Like I said, Walker Kessler was a signing that was just like, okay, now you got a center. Can he stay healthy? Can this guy stay healthy? Because he just came off a major injury. This is not no injury that is just like, okay, I sprained my toe, my ankle, my knee. Okay, no. This is a major injury. You gave a big contract to a guy that pretty much this is a contract that you give to a like a center that's worthy that has proven something in the league. But I understand where the
Yeah.
bargaining agreement is going. I understand where the NBA is going, but that's just my take on it. It is what it is.
Yeah, so
I'm not.
I think Thibault, they just so ultimately if he stays on the team, I don't have no problem with him being the end of the bench dude. But as of right now, with signing him, the Lakers have 16 players on the roster. So they have to make a move or cut somebody. And I think they're pretty much gonna add him into this package to try to still get Kaminga. I think that's still their goal.
At the end of the day, listen, man. They've been saying they gotta trade Vando. I think Vando and Laravia is gonna be out there, out the door. But to me, man, I'll be honest with you. I really want to see what the Lakers are gonna do this season. When they play teams like San Antonio, Denver, Minnesota, the Knicks, Atlanta, like I want to see what they do against these teams. And here's the thing. When I start talking basketball with somebody, I'm not going to start hyping the Lakers up after 10, 15 games because a lot of guys like to do that. They'll get on podcasts. They're like, the Lakers are 10-4. They're going to go to the finals. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to wait until, like after the All-Star game, even towards the end of the season to see, are they healthy? Like, is Luka healthy? Is Luka having hamstring injuries? Is he going to
Hey, hey,
Spain and Portugal for horse semen in his hamstrings? Is
hey,
okay?
DP.
Guy.
I don't think you're gonna have to wait that long this year because one of the luxuries that they had with having LeBron is that their season was always back heavy because that's when the NFL is gone and they want to get LeBron the most national games as possible. So they had a light schedule at the beginning of the year. They may not have that luxury no more. They may come out at the beginning of the year and within the first 20 games, they probably already playing San Antonio, OKC, and all these other guys once or twice instead of playing Utah 3 times at the beginning of the year, play Sacramento twice, Memphis
And that's
twice. So
another.
they may not get that luxury. If they come out at the
So,
beginning of the season playing a regular, more balanced schedule, they may end up getting dusted from the beginning.
and sorry to cut you off. That's another team, Utah. When I look at Utah on paper, to me, they look like they can go head to head with the Lakers. Like for me, I don't know what you and Reg thinks about that, but it's just like they got young legs over there. And it's just like, another signing that rookie that the Lakers just signed, Paul, he looks pretty solid. I don't know if he's gonna be like a Dalton Connect. I don't know. Are they gonna play him? Or are they gonna, give him an opportunity to showcase his talents? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But what I am telling you is I want to see when they're like 40, 45, 50 games in, I want to see when they go up against San Antonio. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they do against OKC. Then, we can start talking. I don't care what they do first 15 games, first 20 games. Injury can happen. I want to see, is Luka going to stay healthy for the season? Can I count on Luka and Austin? Because now we can't blame LeBron, right? I can't blame LeBron. I can't blame AD because they're not there no more. So now I got to look at Austin because that's what they want, right? They gave Austin 4 years, 5 years, 185, right? So now I got to look at Austin. I can't be like, oh well, Austin is trash because LeBron left it. I can't do that, right? So I gotta look at Austin. I gotta look at Luka. Are they gonna stay healthy? I'll be honest with you, bro. Like everything is up in the air. For you. Everything is up in the air. With the whole Lakers organization, everything is up in the air. That's my take on it, man. I hope y'all have a good day, man. I'm out here.
Jael, final thoughts, man. Final thoughts.
I agree with what DC just said. All of those things he said were true. They invested a lot in the Austin. They invested a lot in the Luca. They overpaid for Walker, but those guys gonna have to come through. And like I said, I think that's where the problem is. I think those guys may be good, but I don't think they're good enough to be the leaders of a championship team. So that's all I got.
All right, Jael, good call. Appreciate you, man.
For sure. Peace.
All right, bro. Peace.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm a rolling stone.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I'm too wild for you to own.
I will tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches,
In
right?
a whip that's meant to
That's what he
speed.
fucking did. He fucking disrespected
If
me.
I hurt you, would you leave? I learned the game from some heavyweights. Catching buses, making change from another place.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl.
I'm a
That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I'm sorry.
You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists who just hate LeBron because of his politics.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't bother you at all. Hey yo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD. You heard? SMD.
I'm sorry in advance.
You heard me?
If I let
SMD.
you down.
Straight up and down, dog. SMD. Nigga, I said it. You bitch ass LeBron James fans.
I'm a rolling stone.
Okay. I don't know what that was, chat. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about, if I'm being honest with you guys. Okay? I don't know what we're talking about these days. I mean, niggas is signing Matisse Thybulle. And niggas is defending this. Yo, niggas is signing Matisse Thybulle and niggas is defending this? This is insanity. Matisse Thybulle. Okay, that's where we're at now? Okay. Well, like I said, folks, you guys have completely lost me. Like I said, the only halfway decent move the Lakers made was Walker Kessler, and they overpaid for him. You know, every other move is just, I mean, it's garbage. You know, Colin Sexton, Quentin Grimes, Mamu, you know, Matisse Thybulle. I mean, this is dog shit trash. You know, like what are we talking about? Kevon Looney? like what is it? 2021 again, chat? Like y'all are signing niggas from 2021. Y'all are signing niggas from 5 years ago. You niggas signed Kevon Looney. I haven't heard of this nigga since like the Warrior days when they were winning like 5 years ago. Yo, chat, I'm lost, man. I'm lost. I don't know what's going on in Faker land. Thank God I don't have to deal with this crap anymore, man. Jesus Christ. When is LeBron going to make this goddamn decision, dude? I don't even want to keep talking about the Fakers anymore. The only reason why I got to keep talking about this bullshit is because my GOAT still ain't made his decision yet. I'm a LeBron fan.
LeBron fans.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Where are we going? I want to start talking about the new players and the new team and the new system and the new strategies. What are we doing? Where's LeBron at? Fuck, man. Got me up here talking about Matisse Thybulle. Yo, chat, I'm out, man. These niggas trolling about Matisse Thybulle. I'm out.
What do you mean by that?
The king does what he wants, and you'll be reporting on it. Yeah, I will. Oh, absolutely. Oh, we gotta get this paper. Yeah, we gotta get this paper. You already know. You already know.
What's my name and don't say it too loud, cause you gotta come here and you know I pop out.
The king does what he wants, and you'll be reporting on it. Yeah, I will. Oh, absolutely. Oh, we gotta get this paper. Yeah, we gotta get this paper. You already know. You already know.
We might do the same if we touch rolling loud.
So while you're on the internet doing your foo-foo man jokes and your foo-foo this and your foo-foo that and all these other foo-foo and all of that and all of that, the foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's what would happen.
Come on to me and get one of them out, cause you know how these niggas been counting me out.
And this and that and calling me this and calling me that. Just know what it is. Just know that the foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's all I want to tell you.
You gotta whisper my name. Yo.
What do you mean by that?